where we uncover hidden treasures hiding in plain sight. Today's video is going to absolutely blow your mind. Can you imagine a single penny, yes, just 1 cent, turning you into a millionaire overnight? Sounds crazy, right? Well, believe it or not, there's a specific version of the 1982 Lincoln penny that has sold for over $45,000, and that's just the beginning. Some experts believe its value could continue to climb into the hundreds of thousands and possibly even hit the $1 million mark in the future, so if you've got a jar full of old pennies, you might want to grab it right now, because the coin sitting in your pocket could change your life forever. The history behind the 1982 Lincoln cent. Let's take a trip back in time to 1982. Ronald Reagan was president. Michael Jackson dropped Thriller, and the cost of a new car averaged about $7,000. But something very unusual was happening at the U.S. Mint. Up until 1982, all Lincoln pennies were made mostly from copper, 95% copper to be exact, and 5% zinc. But due to the rising cost of copper in the early 80s, the U.S. Treasury decided it was too expensive to keep minting these coins with that much metal value. The cost to make a penny was actually exceeding 1 cent. So halfway through the year, the Mint made a major change. They switched the composition of the penny from copper to a cheaper alternative, zinc coated with a thin layer of copper. Now here's where things get really interesting. There are actually 7 known different varieties of the 1982 Lincoln cent. That's right, 7. These variations include large date, small date, copper composition, and zinc composition combinations minted in both Philadelphia and Denver, and that's where the jackpot lies. The rare error that made headlines 3 to 5:30, **** in the middle of all this transitioning, something slipped through the cracks. A very small number of 1982 small date pennies were accidentally minted using the old copper composition instead of the new zinc formula. That means the Denver Mint pressed a limited number of copper pennies when they were supposed to be using zinc. Only a tiny handful of these have been discovered, and they are worth a fortune. We're talking about a penny that weighs 3.1 grams instead of 2.5 grams, which is how you can tell if it's the valuable copper version. You'll need a precise digital scale to check. If it's a 1982 small date and it weighs 3.1 grams, you may be holding one of the rarest Lincoln cents in the world. One of these was sold at auction for $18,800, and later another fetched a staggering $45,000. And some experts believe the price could skyrocket as more collectors seek to complete their 1982 Lincoln cent collections. And remember, because these coins were mass-produced in such huge numbers, it's totally possible that there are more of these ultra-rare pennies still in circulation, waiting to be found in a coin jar, a cash register, or even stuck between couch cushions. How to spot the $45,000 penny? So how do you know if you have the jackpot coin? Here's what to look for: date and mint mark ****. First, the coin must be from 1982, and it needs a D mint mark under the date. This stands for Denver Mint. Small date versus large date ****. This is tricky for beginners, but you can spot a small date by the shape of the 8 in 1982. On small dates, the 8 has a more even look between the top and bottom circles. The 2 is also slightly different in curvature. Point 3. Weight, this is crucial. Use a precise gram scale. If your 1982 small date penny weighs 3.1 grams, you may have struck gold, well, copper. If it weighs around 2.5 grams, it's made of zinc and is far less valuable. Condition ****. Like all coins, the better the condition, the higher the value. If your rare penny is in mint or uncirculated condition, the value could skyrocket even more. Why this coin is so valuable? So why would a simple penny be worth tens of thousands of dollars? It all comes down to rarity and demand. Coin collectors, or numismatists, thrive on acquiring pieces that represent historical mistakes, oddities, or transitional anomalies. The 1982 small date copper penny checks every box. It's a transitional error. It wasn't supposed to exist, only a few have ever been found, and it's tied to a major change in U.S. coinage history that makes it a numismatic treasure, one that collectors are willing to pay huge amounts for, especially as fewer of these coins are found in the wild. There's also something magical about the idea of discovering immense value in something so ordinary. That's what makes this story so compelling. you could find it in change from a vending machine, in your grandfather's old coin collection, or in your piggy bank from when you were a kid. Current market value and future outlook today. A verified 1982 small date copper penny in excellent condition can fetch anywhere from $18,000 to over $45,000 depending on grading, demand, and rarity. Some experts believe that as time goes on and fewer of these are found, the value could increase dramatically. It's not crazy to imagine a future where one of these coins in pristine, uncirculated condition hits the auction block $4,100,000 or more. And as the buzz continues to grow in online communities, coin forums, and collector markets, the price is only going in one direction, up. So don't sleep on this. Check your change. Ask your family to go through their old coin jars. You never know, you might be sitting on a penny that could pay off your house, clear your debt, or even retire early. Drop a comment below if you've ever come across a 1982 Lincoln penny, and especially if you think you found one of the rare copper ones.